Dear learners, welcome to EPG Pathshala. Today, we shall be taking module number 9 titled Resources for Special Interest Tourism Development under the paper Special Interest Tourism. Dear learners, after studying this module, you shall be in a position to understand the concept of special interest tourism, various types of resources for special interest tourism, understand the factors responsible for the growth of special interest tourism. Let's introduce the topic. Special interest tourism, SIT, involves traveling with the primary motive to enjoying or practicing special interest or special activities. Generally speaking, the special interest tourist exercise the same profession or have a common hobby or interest. This can include unusual hobbies, activities, themes or destinations which tend to attract niche markets. Special interest tourism attracts a smaller population of highly dedicated people towards a particular interest. These interests may include unusual hobbies or activities which are undertaken by only few people. The term special interest tourism, SIT, refers to those forms of tourism which focus on activities which attract a small number of highly dedicated visitors, which may be relatively unusual hobbies or activities practiced by only a few people. Authors Douglas et al. Describe special interest tourism as an alternative to mass tourism. They suggest that it is the provision of customized leisure and recreational experiences driven by the specific interest of individuals and groups. A special interest tourism engages in the activities of personal interest. Special interest tourism, SIT, has become an important part of present tourism industry. The present tourist is more interested, motivated and confident about traveling to new places around the world where they will find something different rather than traditional mass tourism. It can be said that special interest tourism allows tourists to choose holidays of their individual and personal needs, replacing the traditional mass tourism. According to the United Nations World Tourism Organizations, special interest tourism can be defined as the specialized tourism that involved individual or group tours by those people who wish to develop their given interest or given sites and places that has a relation or connection with their specific interest or subject. Recently, special interest tourism has become more popular as it satisfies the specific needs or interest of individuals or groups. The development history of special interest tourism dates back to the earliest forms of tourism. Earlier in the tourism industry, there were specific reasons why the tourist traveled. For example, religious, special events, cultural, or for trading purpose. Types of special interest tourism. Special interest tourism is comprised of the different special interest travel forms, which have become known as niche markets over the years and gained popularity among the actors of the tourism industry. These main categories, along with a short description for some of them, are as follows: adventure tourism, agritourism, also known as agrotourism or farm tourism, ancestry tourism, aviatourism or birding tourism, cultural tourism, cinematic tourism, dark tourism, ecotourism, food tourism, or popularly known as gastronomy tourism, gambling tourism, lighthouse tourism, photographic tourism, rural tourism, religious tourism, spa tourism, wedding tourism, wellness or spiritual tourism, wildlife tourism, wine tourism. Resources of special interest tourism. The interests of mankind are endless, and so is the classification of SIT. The SIT can take many forms as per the interest and situation. The classification, which acts as resources in special interest tourism in as educational, the grand tour, cooking, language, school. The cultural, historical attractions and resources, history, archaeology, people and their lifestyle, museums, culture, diversity, galleries and exhibitions, theatre, religious events like fair, festival, pilgrimage, health and wellness, spa resorts, medical tourism, yoga, sporting and entertainment events, World Cup, Olympic Games, IPL, Commonwealth Games, discovery like Antarctic exploring, Galapagos expedition, active adventure pursuits, sports, cycling, hiking, skiing, sailing, climbing, Everest climbing, trekking, social activities like youth tour, clubbing, single trips, etc. Hobbies like wine tasting, garden tours, flower shows. Relaxation like cruising, canal boats, camping, educational. Now the educational industry is one of the most popular types of special interest tourism globally. The grand tours in the 17th century were organized for young students with the purpose of education. Nowadays, many people are traveling to enhance their education, to learn foreign languages, and to take some special course. People travel to take part in the activities of their interest like language schools, cooking classes, etc. and enhance their knowledge. Cultural. People who are interested in cultural activities usually they visit museum, art galleries and exhibition. Cultural tourism provides the visitor with the opportunities to understand and appreciate the essential character of a place and its culture as a whole, including history and archaeology, people and their lifestyles, cultural diversity, etc. Religious events. People who are interested in religious holidays focus on visiting places with religious significance such as Char Dham, Haridwar, Varanasi, Shakti Peeths, Kailash Mansarovar Yatra, Amritsar, Ajmer, Jerusalem and Mecca. The tourist can explore the world in which their deity lived and also enjoy the recreational and leisure activities there. There are specialist tour operators who organize such tours. The fairs and festivals across the globe are main attractions for the tourists. Health and wellness. People who are interested in enhancing their well-being through health and wellness tourism can take part in these activities. Here, the aim of tourists is to look and feel better, to lose weight, to slow the effects of aging, to relieve pain or discomfort, or to manage stress. This market is very popular as people are becoming more health conscious. Sporting and entertainment events. People can take holidays to watch the sports activities or participate in special sports events. The specialist tour operators offer packages for World Cup, Olympic Games, IPL and Commonwealth Games. Discovery. People interested in exploring new destinations, lands and areas visit unexplored destinations. They experience the science of nature at its best. Active or adventure pursuits. People who want to check their physical strength, want to take risks, can take such activities. In the recent times, adventure tourism has become famous among us tourists. Social. People who are interested in social work and want to know the society. Hobbies. Special personal hobbies of mankind motivate them to travel. Few examples are wine tasting, garden tours, flower shows. Relaxation. Those who are interested in relaxing and recreation and want to experience the peace of nature can indulge in activities like cruising, canal boats, camping. Factors responsible for growth of special interest tourism. Following factors are responsible for the growth of special interest tourism. Better transport facilities, increase in paid holidays and incentives, advent of long-haul travel by jet aircraft, increased awareness of environment and impacts of mass tourism. DINK, double income, no kids. Empty nests, people after retirement are free. Emergence of budget airlines and cheap tickets, increasing competition among service providers and destinations to attract more tourists. Increased access to remote locations, improved communication, technology and marketing of natural features, improved facilities and infrastructure, role of internet and TV in growth of special interest tourism. With the increase in usage of internet, social media and TV in the recent time, it has a huge impact on the special interest tourism market. With the expansion of TV, travel shows, travel channels, reality shows, cinematic tourism, game shows featuring exotic locations and activities, people get interested to visit these destinations. Internet is used for promoting niche products, special packages, places, and huge expansion in online booking systems is helpful in expansion of special interest tourism. The use of social media, tools like Facebook, WhatsApp, Twitter, Instagram, etc. for marketing, networking, promotions, and communicate with consumers is increasing day by day. Scope of special interest tourism. India is a country that has intrigued travelers and tourists for a very long time. Its rich cultural heritage and traditions have always left a lasting impression in the hearts of travelers from the beginning. With a vast variety that ranges from bustling modern metropolises to ancient temples, from the peaks of the Himalayas to the Arabian Sea, India is a country that has always been popular with the tourists. From being a major tourist destination for trade in exotic spices, silk and precious stones, today the modern image that India projects as an international tourist destination is something very different. Today, India is a popular travel destination that offers unique experiences to the traveler. The key is to identify the need of the customer and to iterate a travel plan that best suits the traveler's needs and demands. The tourist engaged with SIT seeks to learn more, improve their knowledge, enrich their awareness, and expresses themselves, expect high standards of service and individualized focus. Difference with special interest tourism. Special interest tourism is also referred to as niche tourism and is seen as counterpoint or alternative to mass tourism. It includes the set of practices that differentiate tourists from each other depending upon their special interest. SIT provides greater opportunities for tourists to get involved in their favorite activities and learning is increased. It is a more meaningful set of experiences for tourists than other form of tourism. Special interest tourism has many different things that traditional mass tourism. Some of them are: it is more flexible than other type of tourism. It provides more personalized service. It is less standardized as compared to other types of tourism. It has a strong interpretive element. For example, it provides more knowledge, education, and information. However, special interest tourism do have some disadvantages. And in this, the following points can be considered. First, it leads to increased travel costs. Second, it may sometimes carry a high risk. Thirdly, expecting the travel industry to be controlled by local community seem unrealistic. Fourth, it is also superfluous and quite unrealistic to propose that SIT will negate environmental effect of tourism due to the fact of its projected increases. Fifth, the negative effects of mass market tourism over a large area may also be increased by special interest tourism influence. Dear learners, developing special interest tourism. When developing special interest tourism product, there are few important areas to look upon. The product and services which should be offered to consumers. The type of consumers to be targeted with specific products and services. Price to be charged for products and services. Ways to promote products and services. Understanding market. Understanding market is an important part in developing special interest tourism. To understand market, one has to get the information related to the following points: profile of tourists, tourist expenditure, motivation behind travel, tourist behavior and consumption patterns. Consumer satisfaction levels. First, tourist types or classification. There are different types of tourists and hence their interests and needs are also different, which acts as resources for SIT. The tourist can be classified into various segments as under: by product, mass market or special interest, by nature of activity, active or passive, location preference, coastal, rural, city, mountains, lakes, duration of trip and distance traveler, day trip, weekend break and annual holiday, by purpose, business or pleasure, by age or socio-economic group, we can say backpacker, dinks, sinks, both dinks and sinks, empty nesters, boomers, youth. By tourism type, heritage, rest, experience, special purpose. There are three basic factors which influences demand for tourism. Like, what is the purpose or motive for travel? The purpose may include educational, adventure, cultural, health, sports or pilgrimage, etc. What is the ability of tourists to travel? This may include sufficient disposable income, incentives, time, freedom of movement, no responsibility, etc. What is the travel choice of tourists? This may include knowledge about destinations, interest, environmental factors, ability to travel and ease of getting the desired product. There are many typologies developed from type to time to classify the tourists. The best known typologies are given by Professor Eric Cohen and Stanley Plog. Eric Cohen classified tourists according to the nature of the environment they prefer. He placed tourists into the following four groups. 1. Organized mass tourists. These tourists prefer to visit safe and secure destinations with safe environment. These tourists do not want any element of risk or mismanagement in their tour. They prefer to buy pre-organized tour packages. Individual mass tourists. These tourists are little flexible as compared to organized mass tourists. They have some personal choices and can be molded as per that. Third, the explorer. These are the tourists who are interested in unexplored destinations. They have a good risk-taking ability and they can compromise with facilities as well. The drifter. These are the tourists who are interested in adventurous traveling, high-risk activities. They are least worried about luxury or facility at the destination. As per Stanley Block, there are three types of tourists. Allocentric. These type of tourists are also known as explorer. They are confident travelers and travel to unexplored destinations. Mid-centric. They prefer to travel to new destinations which are explored by allocentric tourists. Psychocentric. These are the tourists who prefer to visit safe destinations with all facilities. Market segmentation. Market segmentation is a process of dividing the market into different groups with similar needs and wants. The most common type of market segmentation are as follows: geographical segmentation, demographic segmentation, socio-economic segmentation, psychographic segmentation. Geographic segmentation is done on the basis of geographic locations of the customer such as country, religion, city size and climate. Demographic segmentation is done on the basis of demographies such as on the basis of religion of customer like pilgrimage, retreat. On the basis of age of customer such as old age traveler, snowbirds, empty nesters, young budget travelers. On the basis of gender, male, female, transgender. Socio-economic segmentation is done on the basis of occupation, status, social class, income level, etc. Psychographic segmentation is done on the basis of tourists' behavior, their lifestyles, activities and attitudes. Travel motivation. According to businessdictionary.com, motivation can be defined as internal and external factor that stimulate desire and energy in people to be continually interested in and committed to a job, role or subject, and to exert persistent effort in attaining a goal. Travel motivation plays an important role in selecting a tourist product. There are few questions to be considered. What factors motivate people to travel? What factors motivate people to travel to a particular place? People go away because they no longer feel happy where they are doing, where they work and live. They feel the monotony of the daily routine, offices, apartment blocks and transport, shrinking human contact, the repression of feelings, the loss of nature and naturalness. Thus, holidays become a choice to get away from all these situations. Motivation theories. Maslow hierarchy of needs. Abraham Maslow outlined a motivational hierarchy consisting of 5 categories of human needs arranged in ascending order. The key notion in the model is that as a need of lower category becomes satisfied, its determination of behavior diminishes and the next higher need category becomes proponent. Maslow's hierarchy of needs assumes that all human beings have same needs and wants to be satisfied. Therefore, it is important to apply motivation theory in relation to different tourist types. Motivations for special interest tourism. Motivation of special interest tourism can be divided into two major groups: intrinsic motivation, extrinsic motivation. Intrinsic motivation encompasses the internal desire to perform a particular task. People do certain activities because it gives them pleasure, such as challenge, skill improvement, or relaxation. The factors external to the individual person and unrelated to the task they are performing are under the ambit of extrinsic motivation, such as money, status, rewards, and sustainability. Product differentiation. Product differentiation is an important part of the marketing mix. Product differentiation is defined as to make output of your business distinctly different from the competitors. It is a process in which a product is distinguished from others so that it looks different from others and appeals more to the target audience. Product differentiation ensures distinction of the product from the other products. With product differentiation, the product gets an edge over the products of competitors. Product differentiation highlights unique aspects of the products and increases the value for the product in the eyes of the buyer. Product differentiation helps buyers to remember the product and they will buy it if they perceive the difference. Understanding the management needs and issue of special interest tourism. Evaluation of the organizational and support logistics involved in the management of special interest tourism trips. Profitably, which is the main goal of all the businesses, can be achieved by meeting the tourist expectations and providing safe and secure travel arrangements. This will lead to profitable growth of the travel companies. Market research, being an essential tool for any business, helps to identify potential customers, their needs and expectations. Target marketing is a group of customers to be aimed at where the potential customers with similar needs and characteristics are identified and divided by market segments based on age, income level, etc. Travel products comprises several segments: hotel, transport, accommodation, facilities. And for the tourist, this all have to be organized and put together as well. The latest trends in SIT. The tourist today is interested in visiting new places, discovering authentic places. Online booking of travel packages is becoming quite famous among tourists. The latest trends in special interest tourism are as follows: adventure tourism, dark tourism, cruising, medical and health tourism, culinary and food tourism, shopping tourism, grey tourism, doom tourism, cultural and heritage tourism, bird watching tourism, farm and country tourism, educational tourism, cycling tours, sports tours. Dear learners, let's summarize the module. The activities in contact with nature, beauty of a conserved natural area, the pleasure of watching the fauna in its natural habitat, of exploring, discovering and learning, overcoming obstacles and feeling the pleasure of overcoming them are enjoyed by the special interest tourists. The SIT has evolved from the needs of the tourism industry to expand the destination experience beyond the simple leisure and recreation tourism. Tourism being the most important industry of any country, most of the countries are doing their best in order to maintain and preserve all of their resources that can attract the attention of their target tourists. Many issues can affect special interest tourism, some of which are known in advance and others are unexpected. The potential problem should be identified and the awareness of possible outcome must be created. Risk management is a crucial part of planning for businesses. The process of risk management is designed so as to reduce or eliminate the risk of certain kinds of events happening or having an impact on the businesses. One of the main issues of SIT providers is the need to provide the best quality and to keep the standards high. Realistic assessment of the potential of SIT is required. A few types of SIT show great potential while some may not be developed as feasible product relating specifically to the Indian situations. To wind up this discussion, a consideration of the attitudinal characteristics also help in the designing of SIT product from raw resources. These characteristics also show the potential of protecting and preserving tourism resources to be harnessed by a successive chain of visitors without seriously endangering the authenticity of the special interest product which can be developed from the resources. Thank you.